Hey, family. Thanks for taking the time to check back in with your sister. I appreciate many of you. Um, yes, a lady can change her mind. I know I said I wasn't going to touch this case again, but I was led by the Spirit to do so because I'm still, seeking additional clarity when it comes to the death of 59-year-old Debbie Collier. And many of you know I've done part one already, and it was quite lengthy, and a lot of information did come out. I noticed in that reading the energy was kind of shifting, so it was hard for me to really pinpoint what was what. Um, but what stood out to me more than anything in the first reading that I did on Miss Debbie was abuse at the household, and also things that was stemming from her family unit. Okay, um, due to drama. Okay, I was picking up on the fact that Miss Debbie was not happy. All right, allegedly. When it comes to that marriage, it wasn't all that what it was cracked up to be. Let me just say that. Um, just her family life structure, I was just really picking up on a lot of conflict. Let me just say that. And what stood out to me more than anything was the first card that came out said money. Okay, and I'm like, money? And then, of course, we're hearing about, her daughter had received a message from Venmo about saying that her mom, has sent her a message as well as money that was sent to her daughter, okay? But anyway, I want to real quick. So, anyway, I got distracted. Well, the queen came in. But anyway, I want to just do a quickie part two, okay, if you don't mind. This is Miss Debbie right here, okay? I'm going to use another format when it comes to my readings. A lot of time when I'm meditating on an individual, the spirit will give me ideas of different ways of doing my readings, okay, which is very effective as far as me, receiving clarity and receiving more details when it comes to a case that I'm doing. So anyway, sit back, relax, okay, and watch your sister work. I take no credit. I thank the Most High God for the gift to be of service. Whatever you see in here, it is allegedly. We know it's not facts, but I am led by the Spirit. We gotta let things play out. And please know, behind the scenes, events are really playing out. So, like in my last reading, we're gonna know, and we're definitely gonna know something concerning this case because the authorities are on it. You hear me? They're on it. The last time I checked for update, they said it was stated when I Googled her name that the authorities have checked the home of her daughter, wherever she's living at. Okay, they're checking her home as well. So I'm not here to accuse anybody of anything. We're going to let the spirit do the talking. Okay, none of this is my opinion. If you see anything in my reading that's kind of triggering to many of you, oh, your readings are so dark. I'm sorry, but these cases are very dark. Okay, these cases are very dark, and I can't help what comes out. So, with that being said, disclaimer, disclaimer, watch at your own risk. And I love you. I thank you for caring to watch, and I appreciate you hit that thumbs up. It is to bring awareness to Miss Debbie Case, and I want to give a shout out to Burdens of Proof as well as Darkness Exposed. And there are others. Please know that if I left your channel out, I don't mean to. Um, Lost in Trafficking. Shout out to Lost in Trafficking. Arctic Fox True Crime. Shout out to Arctic Fox True Crime. These are smaller YouTube channels, family. They are constantly, daily pushing out cases when it comes to the missing. So let's give them their flowers, okay? Much love to the bigger channels. We love you. We appreciate you. But, I know it's not easy. People care, they're seeking additional information, but we can't get stuck on one case, all right? And I will not be revisiting this case after today. I'm just seeking additional clarity, that's all. But please know your sister's going to continue to keep it moving because so many, of our brothers and sisters who are going missing, they really need for us to care and for us to continue to bring awareness to their cases as well, okay? So much love to you, and let's get started with this reading. All right, family. I'm going to be using two decks today, okay? I'm going to do my best not to make this video too long. I'm going to be using my homemade Mystery Unlock deck. I'm constantly adding to it. You name it, it's in here, okay? Good and bad, all right? I'm going to be shuffling 3 times. I'm going to split my deck. As well, I'm going to be seeking clarity using the Divine Shadow Self Oracle. Shout out to Divine Vision. And this will help us receive clarity on the spread, shall I say, those shadow aspect that was going on with Miss Debbie or around her, okay, how the events were playing out. So let's get started with this reading, family, okay? I love you guys. I appreciate you. Give me that thumbs up, okay? It is to push out the awareness on Miss Debbie case. And I thank you so much. Even if you just like me, okay? You like my positive energy. Give me a thumbs up, okay? I appreciate you. So anyway, woo, you see what I'm working with? Oh my goodness. All right, let me take my time. Miss Debbie, Miss Debbie, Miss Debbie, Miss Debbie. I see those things in the dark, and I'm to the marvelous light concerning the death of Miss Debbie. Ooh, hold on. Already, cards starting to fall. Cards are starting to fall already. All right, Miss Debbie Collier. Miss Debbie Collier. Hold on. Debbie Collier, Miss Debbie. Hold on. I don't want anything showing. Miss Debbie Collier, Miss Debbie Collier. Miss Debbie Collier, Miss Debbie Collier. Debbie Collier, Miss Debbie Collier. Miss Debbie Collier, Miss Debbie Collier, Miss Debbie Collier. Hold on. Let me see something. I apologize for the background noise. Let me see which one I'm going to start on first. I'm going to start on this one first. Okay. I'm getting ready to close my door real quick, and my queen's a little too loud in the background. Give me a minute. And out of respect to the passing of Miss Debbie, I want to give my condolence to her family. No matter what it is, their loved one who is no longer here. So much love to Miss Debbie. May she rest in peace. Rest in power to Miss Debbie, and my condolence to her family and loved ones. I'm so sorry for your great loss. With that being said, may her eternal light flame forever burn. All right, family. Let's get with this reading. I just want to see Miss Debbie, big, beautiful eyes. Okay. I'm gonna do a three row spread. Miss Debbie, Miss Debbie, Miss Debbie, Miss Debbie, Miss Debbie, follow to your story. Okay. Make sure it's positioned properly. I'm gonna leave this area blank. Let me set this here. Now, I will say this. When I did a read on her last time, I was picking up on something about relationships as well as the word entanglement came out. Now, entanglement doesn't have to be, lovers. It's just speaking from the perspective of a complicated, difficult relationship that can be quite toxic. So we're looking at it can be lovers, it can be relationship with friends, platonic relationships, a relationship with spouse, relationship with parent and child. Okay, at the end of the day, we're looking at conflict, um, complicated relationships that can be quite toxic. Period. So keep that in mind. Because that kind of threw me for a loop. Let me just say that when that came out in her first spread. Okay. None of this is in divine order, family. It's like a puzzle. You got to put the pieces together. All right. Okay. The first, it says, tell your. Tell your. Okay. Like somebody saying, tell yo so and so. Question mark. Tell your. Okay. Let's continue. It'll make sense later. Tell your question mark. It has here relationship breakup. Now, this can be lovers, relationship breakup with family members. It's just pretty much whatever the spirit is trying to convey. Okay. Next, we have tell. Okay, tell your ex to back off. Stop with the harassments. Wow, now it's making sense. Thank you, Spirit. Let's review. Tell your question mark. The Spirit is talking, family. Your what? Tell your ex to back off. Stop with the harassment. Now, as far as we know, the only ex we can think of is Miss Debbie daughter's ex-boyfriend. Okay, we know that that is a complicated, difficult relationship, and it was quite toxic. Okay, so if it pertains to anybody else, so far it has not been revealed yet. Okay, now let's continue. At the head, it has here, I said no. You're not hearing me. No, stop. I don't want to do that. No. It's kind of like somebody that's being coerced to do something that they don't want to do against their will, okay? Or someone's trying to push somebody to do something. Let's continue. Let's continue. Had a decision to make, just a matter of time. So according to the spirit, things were building up. This was just a matter of time anyway, family, okay? But somebody definitely had a decision to make. All right. Next, it says, what needs to be said is not said. Staying silent will not help this case by not speaking up. This right here came out in my first reading. This lets you know it's more to the story, but the authorities are collecting evidence as well as, let me just say, um, key findings of information. All right, they are putting the pieces together. Please know that. So I'm going to read this again because this is very powerful. What needs to be said is not said. Staying silent will not help this case by not speaking up. Okay? Let's continue. It has here secret. They are married. I got caught up in the drama. Interesting. Seems like the engine's shifting a little bit. But let's continue. They are married. Well, Miss Debbie is married. I don't know anything about her daughter being married, but Miss Debbie is married. Okay, so let's continue. At the head, it has here revealing. They found out about your secret and confronted you. Let's continue. Hostility with someone, fight, conflict. And I believe this came out in my first reading. Something about question two males. That's right, two males. Not one, but two. Next, deception, false timelines, and events. So what I'm going ready to do, I'm doing something a little different. I want to, start on the Divine Shadow Self Oracle. I will continue with this deck, okay? I just want to bring a little clarity. Hold on. Clarity, clarity, Debbie Collier. Clarity, wow, that's interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, so at the head, remember it says tell your at the head. It has here helpless. Someone feeling very helpless. They came out in my first reading. Miss Debbie felt very helpless. Okay, it's like she was trying to, be in control of the situation, but she found herself, losing her power, losing her control over a situation. Okay. Next, we have down here relationship breakup. Right here it says disrespectful. So somebody's coming out being very disrespectful. Next, we have tell your ex to back off. Stop with the harassments. We have here blindsided. So, yes, Miss Debbie was blindsided. Miss Debbie was caught off guard. Okay. So this ex blindsided somebody. Okay. Next, we have here at the head. I said no. You're not hearing me. No, stop. I don't want to do that. It has here fearful. Next, we have denial. Okay. It has here had a decision to make, just a matter of time, but somebody was in denial. Next, we have what needs to be said is not said. Staying silent will not help this case. Not speaking up. We have here manipulation. Is definitely playing a part. We have here next secrets. They are married. I got caught up in the drama. It has here somebody feeling regret. Next, at the head, we have revealing, found out about your secrets, confronted you. We have here someone dealing with burdens. Okay, they're carrying burdens, shall I say, due to the secret that they found out about. Okay. Next, we have hostility with someone, fight and conflict. All right. It's a lot of brainwashing going on here. Okay. Someone trying to get someone to see things their way. Next, we have two males. Question two males. Doesn't mean two males are involved, but they could be in the know. All right. I let men be the judge. But these two males are holding a what? Grudge. These two males are holding a grudge. And I'm picking up, they seem to be very close to the family. Who could these two males be? All right, next, it has here deception, false timelines and events. According to the spirit, explosive. It's like things heating up. Um, Also, I think about fire. Interesting. I think about fire as well, or emotions heating up. Okay. Deception, false timelines and events. It's sort of like what's popped up in my spirit when I think about deception, timeline, and events. I think about the events as far as how Miss Debbie was found. Okay, it kind of looked like someone wanted to look her. Someone wants the way she was found to look one way. Okay, when really that's really a cover up, shall I say? How things really went down, or as well somebody's covering up, DNA evidence. But yeah, explosive, fire, emotions heating up. All right, let's continue. Okay, hold up. Let me leave this over here. I don't want to get this deck confused with the other deck. Okay. Alrighty. And actually, I am starting to see a lot of the repeated messages that came out in the first reading. So that's why I kind of wanted to go back over this so we all can receive clarity. Because even though a lot of gems came out in the first reading, um, it was still, I noticed the energy was shifting, okay? And it was kind of hard for me to pinpoint what was really going on. So anyway, let's continue. At the head, it has here the need to get away alone and think, mental overload, conflict, confused. Next, I'm not going to share this. That's a little too. Next, drug user. Somebody's a drug user. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know who that could be. Okay. that has already came out. All right. Anyway, let's continue. Missing tooth. Now, so far, we haven't heard anything about Miss Debbie missing a missing tooth. If the spirit's not talking about Miss Debbie, it could be talking about the Joker. Okay, the suspect of interest could be missing a missing tooth. All right. But if Miss Debbie is Miss, I said Miss Debbie. I apologize. But if Miss Debbie was in a conflict with someone, okay, she could have missed a missing tooth if someone could have hit her real hard. But this is not Miss Debbie. This is somebody. Okay, somebody has a missing tooth. Oh my goodness. Oh, the spirit is talking, family. History of abuse, black eye. So for this to come out, and Miss Debbie, there were pictures of her with bruises around her eyes. So for this to come out, who hit her? According to, you know, when I Googled, they were saying that Miss Debbie was saying that she had fallen, I believe. That's how she got the bruises around her eye. But it's interesting for this to come out. History of abuse. And the spirit did let me know in the first spread that there was abuse going on within her household. Okay, so who all was she living with during the time when this was going on? Interesting. Isn't that interesting? Even the candle is flickering. Look at that. Yes, indeed. I can't make this up. Next, question who the Joker knows. Who are they related to? Oh boy. Mm. I sure hope her daughter's not involved. I tell you, in her accepting a great offer. Next at the head, living a double life, my secret, my business. Now this came out in Miss Debbie first reading spread. Um, but the energies were shifting. I was like, well, is this Miss Debbie energy or this is someone else energy that's close to her? Very interesting. Somebody living a double life. Somebody has secrets. Cause look, the card behind this one says revealing they found out about your secret and confronted you. So you can say Miss Debbie found out about his secret and confronted somebody, or they confronted her. It's one or the other. But it has here living a double life, my secret, my business. Professional organization associate. So this would be someone that will work with you. Maybe someone that Miss Debbie knows she could have been talking to them about what was going on with her. Okay, but something about a associate. Okay, that works with somebody. Truth telling, speaking up, I will tell it. Threaten to expose someone's secret. And behind that is two males. Allegedly, maybe her daughter, boyfriend, or ex Hopefully not her husband. Only time would tell. Only time would tell. That's the only two males I can think of. Does Miss Debbie have a son? If she does, how old is he? I wonder how old is her son. Not saying her son is involved, but I'm picking up two males. But anyway, it has here trapped, stuck, trapped and stuck. No one is around, not seen or heard outside off the road. And we know Miss Debbie was found outside, offside of the road. Can't make this up. Remember that word right there? Explosive. That one to come out. I'm going to put that here. And actually, that's confirmation. That word came out twice. Okay. At the head, it has here explosive. And the card I used before that was the need to get away alone and think, mental overload, conflicted, and confused. Okay? Explosive. Next, relationship breakup due to temptation. So somebody felt tempted, okay? For whatever reason. It has here drug user. It has here drug. And behind it, tell your ex to back off. Stop with the harassment. Can't make that up. The spirit is revealing. Light being shed on this darkness. Thank you, Divine Spirit. At the head, we have the word deception. I'm sorry, desperation. Next, we have vindictive. Somebody being very vindictive. Yes, also, for me to see the word vindictive, definitely revenge. Somebody who wants revenge as well, okay? Or payback. And behind here, we got history of abuse and black eye. Give me a minute, family. And once again, I want to thank you all for your love and supporting my channel. I really appreciate you. Because of you, I'm able to do what I'm able to do. So thank you for being you and for caring. I appreciate it. Next, we have heartbroken. Next, we have accusations. Somebody been accused of something. Next, we have at the head, argumentative. And then the neighbors did say they were hearing a lot of commotion going on over there at Miss Debbie home, okay? A lot of commotion going on, a lot of arguing. Next, we have brutality. Next, we have hostility. Next, we have conflicted. So, from what we see, family, it looked like it's somebody Miss Debbie knows that did this to her, unfortunately. And it could quite be either a family member or someone close to the family. Let's continue. Either associate of Miss Debbie, let me say that, or a family member. Because for some reason, I'm not picking up on one person. I'm picking up on right now at least two. And it could be somebody else that's in the know. Don't mean that they are involved. But so far, I'm definitely picking up on two. Okay? That could be in the cahoots, shall I say, for whatever reason. Because the word money did stand out in the first spread. If I don't give a strong hit, I'll pass a card, okay? I don't mean no harm, but none of this is my opinion. But the spirit is like pointing at somebody. Okay, I let you be the judge who that is. The spirit is just pointing at somebody. Oh my goodness. Let me put this right here. Let's continue, family. Okay. But it looks like two individuals was in the cahoots, if you know what I mean. And it could be a third party that could be in the know. Anyway, let's continue. At the head, situation, self sabotage, initiating conflict, caught up in the drama. Next, assembling, meeting up with group or friends. Next, sadness, thinking of loved one no longer around due to death. And behind that is drug user. Not saying her daughter's involved, but her daughter has been known of having history of drug use. Okay, so according to the spirit, allegedly she's sitting around thinking of her loved one who is no longer around due to passing, due to death. Okay, at the head, when a friend breaks your trust, no loyalty in them. Next, boyfriend, male. And behind that, history of abuse, black eye. Next, situation, has a mental disorder, unbalanced, tapped out, overreacted, responded in a negative way. And I can get self sabotage when it comes to that also. due to one's thoughts and actions, especially if they're moving in a negative way or they're running their feet to evil, okay? Also, you're trying to confront somebody. I can get self sabotage. Next, foul play, yes, but we know this already. Thank you, Spirit, for confirmation. We know this hideous act that was done to Miss Debbie was definitely foul play. Next, ex boyfriend. At the head. Behind that, living a double life, my secret, my business. So it makes you wonder what are people into behind the scenes. Um, Next, we've been here before, location. It has here, they know. Now, they know came out in my first spread, but it was talking about the family. Okay, maybe not all of them, but some certain family members were in the know, shall I say. It has here, they know. This situation is personal to them. Somebody know. Next, false self image. Someone that's wearing a mask or with you, they're one way, and when they're not with you, they are another way, okay? They're not transparent. Coming off all sweet when they're with you, and then all of a sudden, they flip. Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde, shall I say. Alrighty. Let's go into it some clarity here. I think a card had flipped over. I'm just checking. Because I do acknowledge my cards when they flip over. Yep, I got two. I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put this here. Alrighty. Okay. I think I'm gonna go around one more time. I'm gonna end this reading. Cause you know me, I get the digging and I'm going over an hour. Anyway, the head says drowning. Now we know Miss Debbie did not drown, but due to trauma, she could have been drowning in her body fluid, like her blood or whatever. Um, but what I'm picking up is drowning in one's emotions. Okay, being very upset, overwhelmed. Next we have shame. Someone feeling ashamed. Next we have closed off. You could say Miss Debbie was somewhere closed off, not seen, not heard, and she was. You can also look at this as an individual, okay, was closed off emotionally, okay, withdrawn. At the head, we have destruction. Right here, we have regret. And behind that, we have boyfriend. We have the word grudge, someone holding a grudge. Okay. And behind that, remember we had situation has a mental disorder, unbalanced, tapped out, overreacted, responded in a negative way due to a grudge. Next, we have brainwash. At the head, we have burdens. Behind that, oh, let me show you the word. Someone carrying burdens. Behind that, we have ex boyfriend of somebody's, allegedly the Miss Debbie's daughter's ex, carrying burdens. Next, we have manipulation. Next, we have disrespectful. Somebody being very disrespectful, coming off very disrespectful. Next, we have helpless. I'm going to go around one more time. I'm going to end this reading. I thank you all for being loyal, for being with me thus far. You're definitely loyal, okay? I appreciate it. If you like my content, give your sister a like, okay? I appreciate you. As well as bringing much, much awareness to Miss Debbie case, okay? Much love to my butterflies. When you guys show up, I tell you, show out. Thank you so much. Okay, now I'm going one more time, all right? One more again, one more again. Hold on. Okay, I put this on the bottom. I'm gonna put this at the head. Okay. I do wonder why I flip certain cards over. I don't get a strong hit with them. And then if I see something that's very offensive, I won't share it, okay? Out of respect. Because we know all of this is allegedly anyway, okay? It's not facts. But I am led by the Spirit, and there is some truth in my reading. I always say, let things play out. So, I got two cards here. This says secret event, and it has here family rivalry inside drama. Next, it has surprise visit, like somebody just pop up, show up. Next, it has child rejected, unwanted. What stands out to me is her daughter. Allegedly, that family unit is not all that close at all. Okay, um, the entanglement card, or shall I say the entanglement word, which is a complicated, difficult relationship that can be quite toxic. That's what I think about when it comes to Miss Debbie's family unit structure, okay? Child rejected, unwanted. I feel like one of her children was feeling like this, allegedly could be the daughter, okay, for whatever reason. At the head, something about brother. Maybe, her daughter felt like the brother, was getting more attention than she was coming up. Who knows? Allegedly. It has here, let me see. Okay. It has here trying to bring balance to this situation and protect my family. Trying to bring balance to the situation and protect my family. And behind it, I'm assuming, okay? I don't like to assume anything. I'm led by the spirit, but I'm looking at from the boyfriend, okay? From the boyfriend male, the male boyfriend. And for some reason, I'm sensing that not only, have Miss Debbie being abused, okay, within the household, but also her daughter has experienced it as well, okay? Anyway, next, I was drugged and sexually assaulted. So that could be possibly why she was burnt, okay, family, in her stomach area, okay? That's someone trying to hide evidence, DNA, allegedly. Next, we have backing off. I don't care for the drama. This came out in my first spread. It's kind of like she's saying, okay, I had enough. She's backing off. At the head, we have travel on the go within the area. And she wasn't that far. And I have not heard anything about any jewelry that was removed from Miss Debbie. This is allegedly. It has here stolen jewelry. Maybe this is something that she had experienced, okay, before, she had disappeared. So this can be a past event or a present event. I'm not sure yet, okay? If you have loved ones that's known for doing drugs, they will steal your jewelry, okay? They'll steal, period, because they're trying to get money for their habit. But that's allegedly. Anyway, but I haven't heard anything about her jewelry being stolen. But anyway, it has here loved ones being in denial. Look at that key word, denial. Loved ones being in denial, refuse to see/know the truth. And lastly, trying to walk away from someone who crosses boundaries. Stay back. Don't touch me. Leave me alone. So it looked like Miss Debbie had encountered someone, okay, who don't understand the word no. That's why I'm definitely an advocate when it comes to, the victims. That's right. And I'm going to share it real quick. That's why I wear this proudly. See that? It's not about me, but I just wanted you all to see why I came up with this shirt. I said, I said what I said. Respect the no. See that? Comes in all colors and sizes. This is a 2X, kind of like room in my clothes. But with that being said, That's why I rock this shirt. Cause people, when it comes to boundaries, they turn a deaf ear. They don't hear you. No means no. Let's read this again. Trying to walk away from someone who crosses boundaries. Stay back. Don't touch me. Leave me alone. Somebody turned a deaf ear to this right here. Crossing boundaries. They don't understand the word no. Now let's me dive deep into this with clarity using the shadow deck. If anyone interested in my merch, check out my community section. Keep strolling. Just keep strolling down. You will see this merch, okay? And I appreciate you. Maybe many of you can get somebody's attention. Sometimes when they hear you, it go one ear and out the other. But sometimes people have to see things in black and white or in words, shall I say. Whoop. All right. Okay. I'm going to end this reading. I appreciate you all for taking the time to watch. You didn't have to. This is my last spread on Miss Debbie Collier. May she rest in peace. All right. The first one is conflicted. And behind it is family rivalry inside drama. So, yes, there was a lot of, conflict, chaos going on within that household. Next, we have absent minded. Okay, when I think about this, I think about someone that's not focused. Okay, they're caught up, they're very distracted. Behind that is surprise visit. Next, I have lustful. Behind that is child rejected, unwanted. Allegedly, this could be speaking about one of her children, how they feel. Anyway, at the head I have ego bound. Behind that is brother. Next I have hostility. Behind that is trying to bring balance to this situation and protect my family. This is Miss Debbie, okay? She was trying to exercise power by trying to, how can I say this? Insert herself, shall I say, in this so-called unbalanced chaos that was going on within her family structure. Okay, that was spilling out, and that which was on the outside was, she felt that was causing, conflict and danger to her family. So I'm picking up this is Miss Debbie trying to bring balance to the situation, trying to confront somebody, shall I say. But anyway, somebody's operating in hostility. Next, we have brutality. Behind that, I was drugged and sexually assaulted, allegedly. Next, we have ghosting. Behind that is backing off. I don't care for the drama. Ghosting, I think about out of sight. Let me see. Hold on. I think about someone that's not reliable, out of sight, out of mind, no call, no show. You get it. Someone that's, you know, um, leaving you hanging. Okay. So ghosting. And at the head, we have sabotage. Behind that, we have travel on the go within the area. Miss Debbie was sabotage, okay, while she was out and about. It has here antisocial, somebody is. Next, we have defiance. Okay, defiance. Behind that, we have loved ones being in denial, refuse to see slash know the truth. But we also have defiance. And lastly, we have argumentative. Okay, these two go hand in hand. Okay, they go hand in hand. See that? Trying to walk away from someone who crosses boundaries. Stay back. Don't touch me. Leave me alone. Argumentative. Whew. You can tell, I'm very passionate about what I do because I tell you, just when I know I need to stop, I keep going. And I'm definitely going to stop, okay? I want to thank you all for your love supporting my channel. Um, I'm not going to keep going on and on because it doesn't take all of that. The truth does not change. At the end of the day, we're looking at Miss Debbie family structure, okay? How broken it is. Um, and it just Miss Debbie trying to bring balance to the situation, and things just got out of hand. It really just got out of hand, due to the drug use, the abuse going on, um, outsiders coming in, adding on to the conflict. Anyway, the spirit said foul play, so we all know this to be true. May Miss Debbie rest in peace. Much love to her family. Much love to you all for caring. And I'm not going to add on any more to this. I've done all that I can do. It's not going to bring Miss Debbie back. I'm just praying for her soul, that she's in eternal peace, that she find eternal peace, and I know she will on the other side. Um, let's just send loving thoughts and light to Miss Debbie family, okay? So real quick, I'm gonna let 3 quick spreads go out. Let me do 3 more. I apologize for the background noise. I'm sure some of you don't mind hearing the sound of a child. Oh. I'm doing the last 3. Hold on. Okay. All right. This should give many of you a little eye opener. Okay. Confusion. Confusion all around Miss Debbie, family structure. Confusion. Trauma. We all know Miss Debbie experienced trauma. Okay. Trauma. Humiliation. Miss Debbie experienced humiliation. Family, she was stripped. Someone wanted to humiliate her. She was stripped. Her clothes were removed, and she was found in a hideous way. Next, we have ambulance, and that's uncertainty. Okay, someone having mixed feelings. Uncertainty, having mixed feelings. Then we have gossip. The streets are talking. The YouTube street is definitely talking. Please know that, okay? And there is some truth within the gossip. And we have rebellious. So somebody within this situation is very rebellious, okay? It's also playing a part in this right here, as far as how the ball got the rolling. And we have aggression. Oh, I'm sorry. I knew it. Too good to be true. For a card not to fall. Aggression. And we have explosive. Yeah, we know this already. Emotions heating up. And then I think about the word fire. And someone operating in hostility. Rest in peace, Miss Debbie. Much love to you, family. Thank you for watching. This is my part two reading of Debbie Collier. May she rest in peace. Much love and blessings to you all, and thank you for taking the time to watch. I appreciate you. Be safe, and bye for now.